I just came to enjoy your company, really. That's the truth of it. Let me start by saying it's interesting that you are all, I think nearly all, American university graduates. Is that correct?
No, sir.
If you're not, get up.
God save the Queen.
Predominantly so, and overseas as well. Overseas as well, and it makes me think about the excellent history that the school's had with the USA, and in the last few years it's been rather glamorous. I think in the last 5 years it's been 7 to Harvard, 7 to Stanford, and it goes on and on. But the extraordinary benefits and the generosity of the American university system for so many boys can't go unmentioned, and it's a game changer. And then they come back wonderfully degreed and hopefully giving something back to the country and the school. And I come to the school because I know the most important passage of life for you is your own school time, so I'm not going to dwell on the present. But every school needs to have a regeneration. And I think this is the time for the regeneration. We are expanding boarding because we want to attract boys from all over the country. So 3 new boarding houses are being built, all donated by extraordinary people. And what cost 100 million, I think, a year and a half ago, is 250 million now. So life is getting expensive. But they'll make a tremendous difference. There's the Science Innovation Centre for, who's a scientist? Anyone who really astrophysics and astronomy, and I don't believe they can do biochemistry in school. They tell me that they are going to do it. Environmental science and robotics and programming, all outside the curriculum. So there's a little transitional course here at university. But the point I came to was that this remarkable school, people say, well, I can't be a major donor, but you can be a donor. You can be a giver to the annual giving program, 1,000 rupees a year. And if every single graduation group that still exists, my school, for example, Scots College of Melbourne, I think the oldest group left is 1936 is the oldest group. And they've been doing this for 50 years, and every class member's mentioned. They don't mention, if they do mention the amount, we should. But they mention the amount $10 or $5 or $100. And by the time you go through all these generations, you've raised enough to put a program together, a building, or more importantly, help the tuition fees of families who can't afford it. So that's giving back in a small, comfortable way, particularly for young old boys. The older ones can do something differently. The last thing I'd say is what a wonderful old boy association it is. I'm delighted that it's growing. I'm delighted that you're together and different generations of boys, or I should say men, enjoying each other's company. It's terribly important to keep that going. And come and visit the school. Don't stay away. Visit the school. Come and talk to the boys. Play with the Cobra matches and get into it. It's a great school. It always will be. But particularly now, you can really help. Lovely to be here. Thank you for having me. I missed the whole point. My whole point was actually to congratulate you on the mentorship program, which is on the website. And I think you've also found more people, even more talent to come in and contribute. This is quite significant because the boys, it takes a while for boys to understand the benefits of something that you say, this is good. They'll say, no, it's not. And it'll take about 6 months. But they're beginning to find out that this thing exists. And I'm hoping that some boys are beginning to ring members of this wonderful program, because a lot of boys can be lost, that they can know what career they want, but they don't really know a lot about it. That they can't ask the important questions of people who've been in business before. So thank you very much for that.